Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. Now today, I'm back with my Dyson Supersonic Nural hairdryer. I first got this in November 2024, it's now March 2025. I've had it for about 4 months now, and I'm gonna let you guys know my experience with this hairdryer so far, how I'm liking it. I'm gonna talk about the different attachments, if I've noticed any cons, letting you know whether or not I think this is worth it, and I'm gonna give you guys a demo of how it works. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. So just as a disclaimer, do want to let you guys know that this video was not sponsored. I did buy this Dyson hairdryer, and also I am not a hairdresser, I am not a beauty blogger. I love to do reviews on tech products, so I'm just sharing my honest opinions with you. As you know, an average girl, I am not someone who specialized in one of those industries. So the first thing about this hairdryer that you probably want to know is the price. Now, the current price as of recording for this hairdryer is $629.99 Canadian and $499.99 American. Definitely quite pricey. All right guys, so I do have the Dyson Supersonic Nural here in the color Strawberry Bronze Blush Pink. It also comes out in other color options, which you could see on screen. And the colors do vary depending where you live. They have different colorways in different countries. But the Strawberry Bronze here is definitely my favorite. Now, talking about the attachments that they came with. So there are 5 different attachments. The first one, we have the styling concentrator here. So this attachment, it pops right in and it makes the air flow thin. It's really good for precision styling. In addition to that, we have the wide tooth comb attachment, which is my personal favorite. Basically used for thick, for coily, for very curly hair if you want to straighten it out and lengthen it. So you're going to blow dry your hair and this will naturally stretch your hair length while drying it. Without using a straightener, you get it pretty straight. The next attachment is the flyaway attachment. This attachment is awesome. It's something I also use a lot. You know how you have those little flyaways sticking up at the top of your head? This just goes ahead and it smooths them down. So it's really helpful for, styling and for finishing your hair at the very end. So this is the gentle air attachment. Now this is something you put on the hairdryer and it basically gives you a gentle air flow. It's great for up close drying, like, real close to your scalp. It gives you a nice, comfortable airflow. So this is our last attachment. This is kind of a 2-in-1. So this is a wave and curl diffuser. Basically, it disperses airflow in 2 different ways, and this is something that's really gonna get your waves, your curls to pop more. Now you can use it just like this. You can kind of put your hair against it and it will diffuse the air, or you can take this off and you can put your hair right into here and it will get your curls to pop. This is a super handy attachment if you got wavy or curly hair. The attachments are on here solid. Like, it does take some force to take them off. And something I wanted to point out is this does not fit in the case here. I don't know why they didn't make it big enough to fit all of the attachments. I got this hairdryer holder. I really like it because it actually clears up my counter space and it just makes the place look a little bit cleaner. So this is the one I picked up off of Amazon. It was pretty affordable. It does hold the attachment you're using in the hairdryer, and then you can kind of switch out the attachments. I find it pretty handy. One thing I wanted to mention is it does not hold the wide tooth comb attachment because this one is very long, where the rest of them are short. So it holds all of the attachments except for that one. If you're interested, I'll have a link in the description below if you do want to pick it up. So when it comes to using the Dyson Nural Supersonic here, I do find that there is a little bit of a learning curve. So with this button right here, you can turn off the scalp protect mode. With this button right here, you can adjust the heat intensity. And with this button here, you can adjust the fan speed. So there's like 3 settings here, there's 3 settings for the heat, and then this turns the hairdryer on and off, and this is a cold shot button. Good thing is that if you just wanna keep it on scalp protect mode, it will really do the work for you. It will automatically adjust the heat, and each attachment does have different recommended heats and speeds and stuff like that. When it comes to the noise level of this hairdryer, I wouldn't call it quiet, I wouldn't call it loud, it's somewhere in between. So I'll turn it on, and I'm gonna put my mic right here to simulate it being right beside your head. So you might want to turn on the volume for this part. Oh, it blew it away. So what I've done for you guys is I've gotten you some human hair wigs to show you some examples on. I have a naturally curly, and we have some naturally straight human hair as well. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash this. I'm gonna get one side so we can test out the diffuser. And if you guys have not liked the video yet, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Human hair wigs are not cheap. And if you like the video, it helps YouTube push it out to more people, and it's gonna help me recuperate maybe a tiny bit of the cost of these wigs here. All right guys, so this side, which is my right, is pretty wet. And this side is dry. So I'm gonna use it with the dome mode and just put the hair directly inside. So I'm putting this attachment in. So this is diffuser mode when you have both of them attached. All right guys, so this is the side that we use the Dyson on. The front part we use the dome. I find the dome gives you a bit tighter curls, and then they're a bit looser in the back where we used like the diffuser, which is this and the other part attached. You guys can see that the side with the Dyson is a lot more curly. It really did make the waves here a lot more curly and more like apparent than the side that was not touched at all. Definitely more subtle. So now let's see some straight hair. All right guys, so I have the straight hair, which I've done the same thing. I've washed a portion of it and the other part is dry. So I'm going to use the wide tooth comb attachment here. All right guys, so that was about 30 seconds or so, and the hair is pretty dry, like it's getting there. I'm gonna switch over to using this attachment. So it has been 2 minutes and 30 seconds and the hair is dry. Like this thing dries super, super fast. Now you guys can see there are a couple little flyaways. Maybe you can or not. I'm gonna try the flyaway attachment. So one thing I'm noticing is that the hair from the Dyson side does feel a little bit softer to me. It is smoother and it's also flatter. Honestly, the Dyson Nural Supersonic here I think is great for every single hair type, whether you have straight hair, wavy, curly, coily, anything in between. It just works great. Somebody asked me if this gets knocked off the counter, does it, make this fall off? The answer for me has been no. With this counter, if I knock it off, it doesn't really go anywhere. But if I have plugs that are more kind of near the ledge and I knocked it off, the blow dryer just stays on the counter. It doesn't go with the cord. So that's something that I do like. And something I really love about it is that the cord is super long. It's over 6 feet long. You could take your favorite attachment, pop it on, and it's going to automatically remember the last settings you used for it. So if you start it up, it's gonna go at that setting. So I find that really helpful because if you're someone who you like to dry your hair at really low temperatures and really low speed, or high temperatures, high speed, it will remember that for you with each different attachment. Something that is really kind of a time saver when you are hair drying and styling your hair. Another cool feature about this is that when you are using it, when you put it down, it automatically slows down the speed and the intensity of the hair dryer. So it's not gonna blow stuff all over your counter. It's not gonna be as loud. So that can be super helpful if maybe you have a call coming in, you're blow drying your hair, you don't have to worry about turning it on and off. It just kind of automatically does that for you. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a demo. Another cool feature about this is the Scalp Protect mode. So that is kind of a huge reason why I bought this over buying the original Dyson Supersonic hairdryer. And it really works. I no longer feel my scalp like burning when I am drying my hair. And it's really cool that you have a light sensor too. You know, there's like yellow for close, and then there's orange and red, and it's really helpful, you know, the distance to see where it's at, to see the temperature of what is blowing. There's also blue for if you're doing a cold shot. And I did want to mention that the Scalp Protect mode, you can turn that off by pressing the little button up here and just use it as a regular hair dryer without that, and manually adjust your heat. So I think those are definitely really some cool features to have on the Dyson Supersonic Nural here that are not on the original Dyson Supersonic. All right guys, so now I'm gonna talk about kind of why I bought this hair dryer. So for me, with my hair type, I am a Black woman, I do have thick hair. I believe it's 4C if you're looking at like the hair charts. My hair does take a long time to dry. In the last 5 years, I've bought 6 hair dryers ranging between 20 bucks all the way up to like $125. And every single one of them has broken, whether it be motor issues, whether it be an attachment broke, a button broke, something has broken on it. So I decided that I wanted to buy something durable. I wanted a hair dryer that was powerful, that was gonna dry my hair quickly, that would not cause me scalp damage, and that had a efficient wide tooth comb attachment that was solid. So far, it's been an amazing experience. I primarily use it with the flyaway attachment, with the wide tooth comb attachment, or I just use it with no attachments and a paddle brush to kind of brush through and dry my hair. It really just like lengthens it, it stretches it out, makes it straighter, it gives me a blowout look, and it does that without, you know, scalp damage. Now, for me, it has cut my drying time like in half. Beforehand, it would take me around 25 minutes to 30 minutes to dry my hair. With this, it takes around 15 minutes to dry my hair. And that's something I really like about the Dyson. It's just really powerful here. So it dries a lot faster, really good airflow. It looks basically the exact same as when I bought it over 4 months ago. I haven't had any type of damage, no nicks, no scratches, nothing's holding up great. The attachment here, when I attach it, it does not fall out. That is the biggest deal for me. I am brushing this through my hair, which is very thick, and it does not pop out. All right guys, so I have noticed some cons about this hair dryer. So the first con for me is that it's expensive. This is $630 Canadian before tax. And you know what, $4.99 American, it's super expensive. So that is something that I definitely don't like, and it's a con. I don't know why Dyson products have to be so expensive. Another con for me is the cord. So for some reason, Dyson decided to put this little thing by the end of the cord. It's a little bit of a hassle for me because when I am putting this away, like wrapping up the cord, it's just in the way a little bit. So a con for me is that the attachments here do get quite hot after you're blow drying, after you're, you know, using them. So that's something that you do need to be mindful of, and just let it cool down for maybe 5 minutes or so before you take it off, or just be careful you're taking it off immediately because they do get quite hot. So another con for me is that if you're someone who's upgrading from the Dyson Supersonic to the new Dyson Supersonic Nural here, your old attachments, not all of them will fit. For example, the wide tooth comb attachment on the original Dyson Supersonic does not fit on the Nural version here. Also, if you're gonna use your old attachments, you cannot use the learning function with them. It just doesn't work. Now, if you're asking me if the Dyson Nural Supersonic hairdryer here is worth it, I would say yes. I definitely think it's worth it for me. As I mentioned, I've gone through various hair dryers in the last couple of years that have broken on me, and this one has been holding up solidly. I imagine it's gonna last me for years and years to come. It's also been very efficient for me, dries my hair a lot faster, and the fact that this attachment is solid and doesn't pop off when I'm brushing my hair, drying my hair, is a game changer for me. It just looks nice, it's comfortable to hold. And if you're someone who you have similar hair textures to mine, or if you have curly hair, coily hair, straight hair, anything, and you just want to have a more efficient drying experience and you want to protect your scalp when you're hair drying, I definitely think it could be worth it for you. That being said, I definitely don't think it's worth it at the regular price. I would highly recommend trying to pick this up on sale. I myself did grab this on sale, and I imagine this is going to go on sale on the major holidays coming up, you know, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Amazon Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Boxing Day, all of that good stuff. So definitely keep an eye on that. And all right, guys, considering the price, the quality, the color, the functionality, the performance, the features, the ease of use, and everything like that, I would go ahead and give this a 9.5 out of 10. And I definitely do give it a thumbs up. So if you guys are looking to pick up the new Dyson Nural Supersonic hairdryer here, I've gone ahead and left a link down in the description for you to use. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I do read all the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.